Hey class, I'm here to inform you about the CIA. And well, the CIA is also known as the Central Intelligence Agency, established in Langley Falls, Virginia. Is known as a protection or a source of protection used to protect the national security of America. And what they do is they process, they analyze, and they discover any particular sources of threats that would be deemed against the U.S. and the national security of the people. And one of the things is I discovered, which was kind of heartbreaking, knowing that America is one of the greatest countries on earth, is that the CIA was in a lot of conspiracy stories, and I'm here to inform you that those stories are true. And we do have proof that CIA has worked as its own cocaine operator. Early reports of the Dark Alliance and between the Nicaraguan Contra and the CIA are been found to be proven. And the drug trade, which is going on and is still up for prominent debate over the criminal justice system and its need for reform, is still going on to this very day. In the early 1980s, reports of the CIA and the LA neighborhoods being connected and working to fund this Nicaraguan Contra army was being reviewed. In the presence of drugs in America, there's prominent debate, and as far as people is concerned, they are unaware of the dealings that entered the U.S. and overall effect they have on the communities today. So in 1996, Gary Webb was an unknown reporter, didn't have many friends, writes about the CIA's dark alliance with the Nicaraguan Contra rebel organizations in support of the U.S. to destabilize the Nicaraguan left-wing government, which they viewed as a threat. They used drugs. They turned to drugs to support this army they felt was a threat. In the article, the Contras Cocaine and Covert Operation provides evidence from the National Security Archives that contains certain documents demonstrating officials' knowledge of drug operations and protection of drug traffickers and also other drug offenders. And this evidence that the NSC, also known as the National Security Council, staff supported using drug money to fund the Contras to destabilize the left-wing government in Nicaragua. Another article contains that the Kerry Committee reported that senior U.S. policymakers were not immune to the idea that drug money could be a solution for the Contras funding problems they were having in Nicaragua. And this is from the National Security page 1. In conclusion, the evidence of documented court casings, dealings as the CIA had orchestrated the majority of the crack epidemic in the 1980s up until the early 2000s of Los Angeles, California. And these actions are irreplaceable as we look toward the injustices of America. We understand that the destruction of communities within minority neighborhoods where addiction plagued deaths, mental physical conditions, and drug related crimes are on the backs of the people that live in those communities. Uh, so since there's a better understanding of the world around us, do we ask ourselves, is it really worth it to be in America?